Hello, and welcome to Dicey Deep Dive, a talk show, a not Dungeons and Dragons show, where we talk about our Dungeons and Dragons show. And specifically, today we are celebrating our second birthday.
Woo!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Here are some milestones that happen when you turn 2. You're walking more steadily. Your vocabulary goes from about 100 words to about 1,000 words in a year. You are forming sentences, and people call it the terrible twos. So let's literally live in this era of terrible twos this year.
It's about to get naughty. It's about to get troublesome. You can't trust us around outlets.
That's right. All the outlets need to get covered. Today, I'm speaking to you the three of you here on the call with me, as someone who I think between the three of us is the most egotistical of the three of us. I would like you to step outside of your good personhood today and be not humble.
Okay.
Because today we are going to be talking about our own show. Talking about ourselves, what we've liked, what we're wanting to do next. I got some questions for you. I've asked our audience some of the same questions, but I want you to brag on yourselves here, okay?
Okay.
Just prepare yourselves for that.
Gross.
That's why we did it in the morning. We're fresh faced. We haven't had the horrors of the day to beat us down yet.
Yes, it is 9 a.m.
12-hour difference from when we normally record.
This is the earliest we've ever recorded an episode of this podcast.
You're going to hear some kids in the background. You're going to hear some dogs. It's fine. I wanted to start first, though, with a game.
Woo!
This game is similar to the last time we did a DD&D. I've been going through the auto-generated chapter titles and making sure nothing in there is stupid or offensive. So I've written down some of my favorite ones. I've added in some that are not auto-generated that I just made up. I want you to decide if they're auto-generated or Kenny-generated. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
What's the prize?
The prize this time. Oh, you know what? We're going to a Ren fair tomorrow. I'll buy your first drink if you win.
Excellent.
Great.
Water.
Well, whatever it is for you, I will purchase it. Becky better
Pickle
win.
juice.
Becky better win. All right. The first one. Ellis's Big Buckle.
That feels Kenny generated.
That's
I can't
Kenny
think
generated.
of a time that I've ever focused on my belt buckle
Kenny generated.
or like a buckle of mine.
I'm going to say auto-generated.
Alex and Becky are correct. I made that one up. Sorry, Destiny. Here's the next one.
Free water coming in.
Ellis is actually very self-conscious about his very small buckle.
Small buckle. Tooth Party. What do y'all think? What does your gut tell you?
Gut tells me auto-generated.
Same.
Kenny generated.
Becky, come thirsty because that's 2 points for you. Wow. Hope you're so dehydrated tomorrow morning.
Stop drinking today.
Okay. This one is The Bird Found Us. The Bird Found
Auto-generated.
Us.
Auto-generated.
Auto.
All three of you get a point. Net zero gain for everyone.
On the board.
Pumpkin Spice Gals.
Auto-generated.
Auto-generated.
Kenny generated.
Destiny, 2 points for you.
Dang it. There was that whole intro.
That is
where
a topic we talked about, but the auto-generated topic was Pumpkin Spice Bros, and I changed it to Gals.
Oh, tricky.
Tricked you. Here's one. Dental Wine. Wine as in W-I-N-E. Dental Wine.
Kenny
That
generated.
sounds very like beautiful day-esque, like we were talking about. I want to say auto-generated.
I'm going to go Kenny.
Becky, what did you say?
Kenny.
That one's auto. Alex is catching
All tied up, baby.
for the lead, 3-3. Alex and Becky. This one is BBC. Don't sue us.
Auto-generated.
Auto.
No, actually, I made that one up. Very appropriate, but I made it up. Okay. Wild beta monster.
Auto.
Auto.
I'm going to say auto.
It is automatically generated,
It's because I was talking about Monster Hunter Wilds beta.
which has come out now for real. So
For real, for real.
times have changed. Kenny's beautiful mind.
Uh,
Kenny.
Auto.
I think Kenny's laugh when Kenny said that. I think it's a Kenny-generated one.
I did pick that one up. We talked about my beautiful mind at some point, so I put it
This
in.
is the egotisticalness coming out.
I told you it's here, and the day has not passed yet, so it's still present. Okay, a few more. Leonard versus Leonard.
Auto.
I want to differentiate from Becky, so like one of us can get the lead, but I do think that this is auto.
I agree.
Well, Becky's ahead by 1 right now.
Well, she could be ahead by 2, and I think it's auto.
It is automatically generated. Destiny, did you say auto or me?
I said same, but it doesn't matter. I'm so far behind.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Am I the asshole? Game over? But the am I the asshole is AITA, all caps, like you see on Reddit. AITA, colon, game over, question mark?
Auto.
Kenny.
Auto.
Destiny, your comeback is starting. That one was auto-generated. I have no idea what it's about.
So wait, what's the score right now?
Score is Becky 6, Alex 6, Destiny 5.
Anything can happen.
Anything could happen. I have some tiebreakers in case it ends in a tie. Okay. This one is in all caps. Tamara's season. Tamara's season. You could also read it as Tamara's season. That's how it's spelled phonetically. Tamara's season. All caps.
Auto?
Okay.
I think that's auto.
I'm going to go Kenny.
It's auto-generated. It did not understand the word tamales.
Oh. Okay.
I was trying to think of what Spotify was like thinking
Yeah.
a word was.
They don't know tamales on Spotify.
Racist.
Okay, here's a series that are all related to each other. I'm gonna do this. I want you to do these ones just fast, okay?
Okay.
Lucas.
Kenny.
Auto or Kenny?
Kenny.
Kenny.
Yes, all correct. That was Kenny. Loom hiss.
Auto.
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 That one was automatically generated. Loofahs.
Kenny.
Auto.
Kenny.
That one was Kenny generated. Alex is taking the lead. Let's
go.
No.
Lewd disc.
Auto.
Auto.
Kenny.
That one's Kenny generated.
Oh.
Am I tied with Becky?
Catching up. You're tied with Becky. Alex is 1 ahead.
How many left?
Like 3. Lewis.
Auto.
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 It is automatically generated. Becky, you're at the point where you have to say what they say, so it stays the same. Okay, 2 more. The Valium Company.
Kenny?
Kenny.
I say Kenny as well.
It's automatically generated.
No.
Last one. How long have you knowed Elizabeth Levy's? More than a year?
Auto.
How long have you knowed Elizabeth Levy's? More than a year? Question mark.
Auto.
Kenny.
That one was automatically generated.
Dang.
All right,
Dang
Alex,
it.
you won this one. Your first drink's on me tomorrow, bud.
I'll take 2 beers, please.
Great fun producing this show and looking at the stupid titles that are coming up with my own. I had a whole other list I had like a bunch more that I was really happy about. Okay. So we are here today to reflect on the last 2 years and look forward on the next 50. So one question I want to start with is about, since we started 2 years ago, what has changed for you in the way that you either approach this podcast or what's happening in the podcast. And I'd like to start with Becky. Becky, what has changed for you?
I don't think I planned as much. Is that what you wanted to hear, everybody?
Be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I think when
That's
we
a
first
flex.
started, I was like very methodical about planning a lot more, and like making sure everything was like very structured, and like maybe you can tell the difference if you listen to our older episodes, but I don't think I plan quite as much now because I feel more comfortable with like what we're going to achieve in a singular episode, and I feel better about like improving within the world. And with I mean, it all depends, right? But you know, if it's in like a familiar place in which, you know, you all kind of might go to the library versus a store or something like that, then I'm like, we'll just see what happens.
I like that. Anything else for you, Becky, that's changed?
I'm sure, but I can't think of anything at the moment.
You might think of some as the rest of us are sharing. Players,
Sure.
what's changed for you?
I think Ellis has gotten more confident. Probably, I'm just guessing from like the start of the episode. From the start of the campaign, I think he was a little bit more self-conscious. I think on a production side, I think the show like has like sounds better. I also haven't gone back to listen to like episode 1 because I don't want to. But and who knows, it might sound even better soon. But yeah, I think editing wise and music wise, I think the show as a whole just has like sounded more professional.
That's funny because one thing that's changed for me is I'm less like nervous to like approach the setup. When we first started recording, I would have to be like ready like 30 minutes beforehand and just like chilling at my desk and like fidgeting with everything. And I don't know if you remember, I made you like create that pre and post show checklist with me.
Yes.
So, like,
Oh,
Yeah.
like I was very like nervous about everything. And now it's like 5 minutes beforehand, just like fucking send it. Here I come. So like that's
I got out of the shower at 9:28.
yeah.
Being like, oh, I got 2 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, I was going to say something similar. Like, my nerves have gone down / away since definitely the first year. And I think that shows in all of our conversations or the space that we play in, that we were already comfortable with each other outside of this podcast. But it definitely showed that comfortability that we have outside of it has started to show inside the podcast. I think we have gotten over the fact that we are talking into mics and saying stuff that other people are hopefully listening to.
I think when we first started recording, we were so like, okay, I'm gonna talk, pause, someone else is gonna talk. Like I feel like our flow's gotten a lot better because we're just saying screw it to editing for Alex's purposes, but also I think
Yep.
but I think also just being more comfortable in front of a microphone instead of being like, am I close enough? Like, let me be careful about how I'm talking and things like that. But I do think it helps with like the quality of our like role playing and stuff.
Yeah, and
I agree.
now that some of us have played at other tables and like with other games and other podcasts and streams and stuff, I feel really good about our like setup and how we play. Like, I have loved getting
Flex on 'em.
I'm just saying I love getting to see how other people play,
Yeah.
And our table feels very much like the four of us being friends playing. And it, like, I think our style is well defined now, which I like. Like, it's very comfortable rapport, and we can slip in and out of like comedy and drama just because of that. I really like that comfort that has come over the last couple years. I asked some fans on Instagram, posted some questions. I'm going to read a few responses that we got, but I also want to hear the same answers from you all. My first question is, what's your favorite part of the show? What's your favorite part of This Could Get Dicey as an institution?
My favorite part of the show is just getting to spend time with you guys.
Oh, Destiny. All right, I'm buying Destiny a drink tomorrow.
Yay!
Point for Destiny. The game is still happening.
I like only playing with Kenny. I only like playing with Kenny.
I'm knocking that drink out of Destiny's hand.
That's very nice, Destiny.
But it's true. Like, I know we all live in the same town pretty much. But we don't always get to, I don't know, life gets in the way a lot, so we don't get to hang out as much as I think we would like to. So it's nice to have a scheduled play date every week with y'all.
That's true.
It's true. It's true.
I like having the outlet to, I mean, I second what Destiny is saying, but I also like having an outlet to like create in a completely like homebrewed world and sort of like coming up with new stuff, and spending like riffing on existing things and kind of, I don't know, I really like lore building and creating a world, and like I feel like every episode I'm like learning more about world building, so y'all get ready for a second campaign because it's gonna be better, maybe.
Ooh, we'll talk more about that later.
We'll see, but yeah, that's my favorite part.
I often use the show to remind myself. Sometimes I used to do a lot more theater, and I used to be a lot like involved more in like live performance or like playing music or something, and I don't really do that anymore. And sometimes I'll get like sad about that, and then like sometimes I forget that this show like is a production. Like from, even though we're just improv, even though we have our own home D&D games, and like if that's theater too, but like this feels like it's like a bit more elevated, like, you know, with the music and like kind of like knowing that this is like being like pushed to a live audience, like it's like heightened, and I like, it's nice to remind myself that like, this is still like a version of theater or performance in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how like it doesn't really matter if you end up using your college degrees or not. Kids at home, sometimes you will, sometimes you won't, but it's nice when you can kind of put something together that does end up using what you learned in college for 4 years.
It's the first thing I've ever done kind of using my degree that's like actively like making money, so that's good.
Yes, I also have a degree in performance, like theater, and this scratches that itch. For a long time, I was working my day job and also doing theater at night time and on the weekends, and it was like really awesome, and I loved it, but draining. So this kind of gets me back into a performance zone, which I love. I like performing. I like creating. And also, I really like getting into a character, like doing a deep character study. I like that this campaign, I don't know what our next campaign will hold, but I like that this campaign has been so long as we've learned how to do podcasting. And I've gotten to like really get to know Emil. That's been my favorite part. Here's what some fans said. 3 different people said that It's a Beautiful Day is their favorite part.
Hell yeah.
Someone said the friendship on display during those 10 to 15 minutes are chef's kiss.
Aw.
That's very nice. We should just make a regular podcast.
I think we should probably just switch.
Does anybody like the D&D part? Can you let us know?
One person did say listening to some best friends play some good ass D&D.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
There it is. And then someone said, but also Nanoxus.
Yes.
Ooh.
Someone said when Emil keeps asking if he can have the room, and then he finally gets it.
That's a good one.
It's a good bit.
It's a good bit.
I asked people why we should keep going. You know, why do we've been making it for 2 years. We've learned some stuff along the way. Why should we keep going? We've talked about this off air, but what do y'all think?
I'm going to repeat my answer from the first question.
Scheduled play dates.
Scheduled play dates.
Yeah, I mean, like, kind of the same as Destiny, to repeat, like, my last answer. Like, it's selfishly, it's like it's a way to, like, keep creating, like, an art form on a very scheduled basis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, scheduled art is good. I would say that I love doing it, and it's good to like put energy into something. Like, we have a weekly audience, like people who regularly come, and we get to like put something out every week for people, which is not something I thought I was going to get to do in my life. So that's very exciting, and I want to keep doing it.
Yeah, I think I don't know, I think we've learned a lot in the last 2 years, and so I think it's like worth continuing to go and see where we can take this. And you know, I don't know exactly what is going to happen next, or when exactly this campaign will end, but I think kind of going back to your point of like, I'm glad we did a long campaign first. I too am glad we did a long campaign first to kind of get at all the kinks and learn a lot, and kind of understand what this is like. And then y'all just get ready for like year 3. We're gonna be cooking.
Yeah. Yep. But to see our faces on all the shows. One person said, so Emil can become rich enough to influence the government. Okay. One person said, because I love y'all and want to keep doing this with y'all. Who said that?
Who said that?
That was Destiny. Thank you for responding.
You're welcome.
And then one person asks, it brings me joy. Does it bring you joy?
Yes.
I think we've
Yes.
answered that. Yes.
Oh, that's nice of them to ask, though.
I know. And then I think this is my last question for you, maybe 1 or 2 more questions. Last question, I think. What's next?
Ooh.
What's next for the pod? I'm going to read the fan ones first.
Yeah.
Someone said we should all be forced to eat mustard oatmeal.
Yep.
That bit's dead.
I will bring it back. When I read that
fine.
one myself, I was like, let's get a bowl of oatmeal.
Time to resuscitate it. Yep.
Let's get a little spoon of mustard and dip it in there.
Ellis has a way more refined palate now.
It's been a while. Becky, can I read your response here?
Okay.
Becky said, I keep mentioning space, so probably space? Question mark? Space?
Question mark?
Someone said merch.
Oh.
We don't have any merch yet.
We don't.
It's a good... y'all tell us what you want, please. And how much you would pay for it.
And please say $1
your...
million.
What are your answers for this question? What's next?
I guess I'll elaborate on the space thing a little bit, because I think I kept mentioning it when I was... I think I've mentioned it to you all a bit, and I don't know, it always seems like you do fantasy, and then maybe next you do sci-fi, and then you're like, which of those did we like better, kind of thing. Not always, but I don't know, that just seems like a fun thing. But I think we've like kind of toyed around with the idea of doing like shorter campaigns, whether that's like a 6-episode stint or a 20-episode, but like maybe not a 100-episode campaign again. So I think doing shorter, mini seasons or just shorter campaigns, I think allows us the freedom then to try different worlds or to explore different things within the lore we've already built. But yeah, I think space would be a fun one to explore. I don't know. There's all kinds of like fun systems and worlds out there. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been a D&D system with some one-shots. I have gotten to play some other systems in the meantime and hear about other systems. Not that I'm against playing D&D, because I love D&D and I as well. But I'm excited to explore other systems as well, especially if we switch it to or start producing some shorter stories versus our big 3-year one.
I'm interested in like obviously like a super short couple episode run of like something like more like grimdark and like heavy and intense,
Okay.
like a Drew Gala set, like you know,
During the
hundreds
war.
of years,
Yeah.
like during the war.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
boy, Alex, I tell you what, I got TTRPG systems out the wazoo that are like, they're all like, this is Dark Souls like system.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be cool because of all the gods and stuff.
Yeah.
During the era of the Lost.
I mean, for the current campaign, I really don't know what's next. I think Becky holds those secrets, but I'm excited to see what it is. I feel like it's been pretty action-packed the past couple sods. So I'm definitely excited to see what is next for our current campaign. But outside of that, I mean, I personally will probably never DM because I don't enjoy it. So I'm excited to see what everyone else comes up with.
Destiny's just all vibes here.
I'm
I love
all
playing with
vibes.
y'all. I want to keep playing.
Yeah.
We're talking like as if this campaign we're in is going to end soon. It's not. We've got
Oh,
a little
yeah,
bit
you
of time
got-
left.
You got like till the end of the year at least.
Yeah, so no worries, those of you who are deep into the lore of Drugala right now with us. But I think we're going to wrap up here. I'm just going to put in a plug here. Like, if you are enjoying the show, if you're listening 30 minutes into this show of us just talking about ourselves, you must enjoy what we're doing or have some kind of like masochistic hating streak. Either way, one of the best things I think you can do for us to help us continue the show for another couple years at the least is, one, please share the show. You posting it or telling someone about it is like the best advertising we get. And also, go join our Patreon, even if it's at the free level. The free level of our Patreon, we put out a weekly video show where we just kind of talk about what just happened in the recording. It's real funny. It's real good. Or if you have some dollars to spare joining us as a patron, thank you these past couple years to our patrons who have helped us upgrade our equipment, make our show better, and actually allow us to make this show and get paid for it eventually. So that's my big plug there for the Patreon and for sharing the show with your friends. Happy birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños. This could get dicey.
That's right. And we're going to end with a chorus of Happy Birthday. Just kidding. We can't sing it because it's copyrighted.
Can't do it. We'll lose all of our Patreon money.
Thanks,
We'll
everyone.
have to do those weird Chili's ones.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
And happy birthday to you, too.
It's every day is somebody's birthday.
That's right.